What we do here is go back.
So today we got the 89 Jag 440 we picked up about 2 weeks ago. It had some fuel related issues, I believe is what the older gentleman told us. We're going to try to attempt to get it running today, just to see if it runs, to make sure the guy wasn't, you know, spanking our monkeys or anything, you know what I mean? Yeah. We did notice it had a slight exhaust leak when we bought it. Will we address that, Scully? Probably not. Probably not. So right now we're just gonna put a little bit of gas in the tank just to make sure. My first line, or my first plan of attack, I should say, is gonna be taking that fitting loose there on the tank, and then making sure the pickup line in the tank is still attached, because he said the fuel lines were pretty brittle like last season when we replaced them. Maybe he didn't do the line in the tank because some people just don't do that. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a lot of money on if that's broken, it's not gonna get gas, because the filter looks empty. Yeah. So we're gonna do that next. I'm just gonna take the fuel line off here, then take a 1/2 inch wrench or 9/16 and then unscrew it out of the tank. If that's good, we'll move our way up and we'll just kind of pressurize it, and then maybe the fuel pump was bad or it's not pumping fuel. So other than that, this thing is very, very clean, guys. You guys saw the shots of it before the video there. Super nice shape. It'd be nice to get this thing running, just to maybe take it to some shows or a vintage ride or something, you know, or pound on it. I guess we could ruin it, you know, either way. Alrighty, we're gonna get a wrench and some tools and we'll start.
Got the fuel line off.
Took a 1/2 inch wrench here. Could use a socket, would probably be the most ideal.
The deep well socket would be ideal, but
we're gonna just go with the open end box wrench.
Yeah,
combo.
open end wrench for the win.
Yeah. Smells like gas for sure.
Yeah. As expected, I mean. But yeah, we might take a look at the plugs too and just see what they look like.
And what I usually do on these fittings, guys, is I'll put Yamabond on the threads, just because Yamabond's good with, you know, fuel and stuff. Just helps seal. It is tapered, you know, and you probably won't even need anything, but just as an extra line of security, and, you know, who the hell wants to take it back apart after they just fixed it? Not me.
Guys, so the pickup line wasn't, in fact, in the tank and pliable, but I noticed, like, we recut this and put a new section on, but it was almost like it was split right here, because I did a blow test, and I'm like, it's definitely leaking.
There's a small little slice right down by towards the end of it.
And I don't know.
He blew through it and put his finger on the end, and it was, you can hear it coming out of here. So we looked. Sure enough, there's a crack in there.
And I don't know if I did that by pulling it out. I don't think so, because it's pliable. So I don't think I think it was just there. You know, you can't suck any fuel when it's cracked right here. Yeah. So we just kind of, we're gonna put this through, then we're gonna pick it up from the bottom through the gas cap area, and we're gonna zip tie a nut on the end to keep it down in the tank, because we don't have one of those filters here right now, and I don't have $9 on eBay and a week to wait. So we're just gonna go with the budget option at this point. So basically, all you do is just insert this end, and make sure you guys put the fuel in on the right end. You know, you want the threaded end. And then you just, you know, re-screw it in. We put some Yamabond crankcase sealer on the end there. Like I said earlier, it definitely works well. And you can thread this in probably 3/4 way by hand. And then you just take your wrench and tighten it up. Very, very simple. A lot of people overlook that pickup line. You know, it's like, it's not getting fuel. Well, that's where you have to start. That's where everything starts, is the bottom of the tank. I just weird, I seen that crack right at the top there, and I doubt if I did that. I doubt it.
No, I don't think so.
If it was brittle, then I could say it was, but that line ain't brittle. It's
very pliable.
It's very pliable. And you don't have to bonsai this that tight. You just want to get it snug, because that Yamabond's going to seal tight in there too. It's going to stay rubberized. It won't harden like an epoxy or anything. It just stays kind of rubbery. Let's get that kind of tight. And right there. Plenty good, plenty good. It's basically the edge of the, you know, the hex is right tight to the plastic. You don't have to go any more than that. You're 20, 30 threads in, so it ain't coming out.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're gonna get some Chinese fingers. We're gonna go in for the top of the gas tank, grab the fuel line out, and then we'll put a zip tie on each side of the line. You know, envision this is the line. You'll put a nut here, zip tie here, so it can't move. without squeezing the line shut.
Right.
So that's our plan for right now. We'll see how that
We were
works.
fishing around in the tank trying to find the line because we were going to put a little nut on it to hold it down in the tank.
Lo and behold, we find the damn filter little thingy. The factory one was
filter,
chilling.
Mike shine the light. I see it in the back left corner of the tank.
So we put that on the end of it. The fuel line, that must be, it's pliable, but it's not great.
It wants to rip when it's getting stretched.
So I don't want to say it might not work. I'm going to pressurize the gas tank, guys, and we'll see if we get any fuel in the fuel filter.
Oh, yep. She's filling. Halfway full.
Oh, the line got full with the carb too, so. All right, guys.
Heck yeah.
We're going to try to just start it.
Line's somewhat working now, we know.
Yep. We're going to just try to start this thing
on choke
and see if it pumps gas up.
Yep.
And if it bogs, we'll take the carb off.
Yep.
It might have not even had any carb-related issues.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we'll pick up the camera in a second.
The first start of this 89 Jag 440, guys.
Full knock or?
Yeah, full knock. So we got some fuel, looks like up to the... If it doesn't start right away, I'll repressurize it again, but we'll see what happens. It's pumping. Oh yeah.
Do a half knock?
You can try half, Joe. Definitely pumping though. There we go. Nice. Oh, there's no gauges on these? Oh yeah, there is. Just speedo. We got her up on a stand.
That's no choke.
Nice.
We'll let it run.
We definitely got a full line of gas.
You don't know last time this thing ran, so we'll give it a nice warm-up period.
Smells. Oh, it smells good. All the lights work? Yep. Yep. Sweet.
Oh, that's like...
No, it's not low. A little bit of bog? Yeah. Alrighty guys, carburetor needs some cleaning.
Yep.
She's bogging.
But she started... I don't think I like that full knock of choke.
I think it just needs some gas in it because the fuel pump's working. I watched it pull gas all the way up, so pickup line's good now. We got fuel.
She runs.
We're gonna take the carb part real quick and do a quick and dirty on it and
Quick and dirty.
see what happens. So we'll get some
Just
clips of that.
like plug jets to me.
Yeah, I had a mean lean bog
Yep.
for sure. So awesome guys, this thing runs. Very cool, very
Just
clean.
got the choke plunger out, loosen up the intake clamp, and then trying to peel off the fuel line.
It's coming.
Yeah.
That's the thing
So
about
it's Christmas. These are the no clamp specials, guys. It's the needle nose slipovers.
Yep. And we'll just tuck our line kind of out of the way.
In there.
And then we got the carburetor loose. We're gonna check the condition of the boot when we get it off.
Yeah.
And then, so what I have to do here is kind of pull this rubber back enough and kink it down enough to get the carburetor out. Because these air boxes, guys, I tell you what,
They're no fun to get out.
they ain't that fun. Because they're tucked way back underneath the dash console.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do here is
You
just
got
kind
that
of,
boot loosened up?
yep, I'm just gonna kind of wiggle it.
Oh yeah, she's coming out.
Wiggle it and pull, and then once I get it here, I kind of rotate it,
Rotate it to the left. It seems easiest.
and then I'll just kind of, she's a little stuck in here yet. There we
she
go.
goes.
And all you do is just kind of, just jock it out of the way. There you go. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's a Makuni boot, so it's a good one.
Looks good.
Yeah, should be fine. So all we gotta do is take our safety on the throttle cap off, and then we can take the slide out, and then we'll take the carb to the bench.
Yep.
And we'll pull it apart and just see how she goes. There was no circlip on the needle, So the needle was just sitting in there when we took the slide apart.
Just free floating.
So that's always good. Who knows where it is? Hopefully it made its way out of the engine, or maybe it's in the bottom of the car.
Maybe it's in the bowl, we'll find it.
Anyway, we found a clip, got that. I'm gonna hit the carb part because we got it off. Might as well just make sure everything's clean. Do it quick and dirty, and then put it back on, and hopefully that thing runs like $1 million. Alrighty guys, we got the carb part on the bench. I went ahead and cleaned all the passageways out, cleaned the jets out. It wasn't terrible. I mean, we made sure everything was clean. The float height looks nice, straight across. I want to get a good shot of that. That's how your float height should look, you know, straight across from the gasket surface. Bowl, the floats are free, pilot's clean. I just gotta install the main jet already in the washer. Just gotta put the pilot jet back in. Went ahead and made sure the air bleeds are all clean. I'm almost betting that the needle clip falling off was the reason why it was bogging.
We are going to turn the pilot air screw out.
Yeah, it was at a half turn, so we're going to go to 1 turn.
Yep.
It's pretty safe. Just gotta make sure I can catch this jet in there.
And those are adjustable from the top, correct?
The air screw, yes. It's on the air cleaner side. Okay. We'll install our air screw right away. This is the screw we're talking about. Goes in right over here with a spring. And you screw this in. A little fuzz on it from the shop rag there. So I'm just threading it in there. And you'll feel it, it'll bottom out. The ones you gotta be careful with are the fuel screws on the 4-stroke stuff, because they got a fine tip on them. So that there, it's seated. Half. 1. Done. Now we just take our bowl, put that back on, make sure our floats are nice and free. I'm gonna make sure this sits down. See that? How it kind of clap down on it. And then you take these. These are normally on the air cleaner side. Little keepers for the overflow lines. And all we're gonna do is just gonna thread these all back in, and then we'll put the slide back in and we'll put it back on. We'll get a little shot of us putting it back together on the machine, and we'll try to refire it up and see if he runs any better. I'm guessing it will.
It's a little bit of a task trying to get it back in there with the airbox boot. We pulled it up, so we just kind of took a screwdriver and pried it down to get it started on the bottom.
Right.
So that was our plan of action there, and it's got some little grooves in here that, as long as your carb's pretty much straight up and down, it'll slide in.
Right, and then you want to make sure our carb's looking straight, which it is. And I'm just going to take the clamp, and tighten her up.
Yeah. We have a feeling someone was in here before a time or two.
Well, yeah, but, it's, the dealerships have been touching it too.
Failure of putting on little critical parts is always going to get you. We took off the throttle lock too.
Yeah, we just took it off.
That little throttle lock.
In case you have to mess with this thing again.
Yep. Because otherwise you have to have a stubby screwdriver to get in there, and it's not that fun.
No. We need that little piece, and then the fuel line is here.
There, yeah.
They had that just came around like this.
Yeah, this came on the top.
And she is just nice and tight. There we go. Yeah. All right, and this here, I want to say,
flip it
like
over,
this.
Flip it upside down.
I think it just goes like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. It's just
just kind of holds
like a little shim thing.
Little almost washer type deal.
Right. You just kind of put that on there. I'm trying to not get my hands in the way, guys, but I kind of have to. Yeah. You just kind of have that kind of on there and keep her lined up. You just tighten this up by hand for now and leave it hand tight.
It's a 12 millimeter.
Yep.
If you guys are curious.
Every one of these is either a 12. If it's tighten it right. It's a 12 or a 14, guys. If it's a Mikuni product. 9 times out of 10. I've never seen anything else besides those two sizes. And I've worked on one or two carburetors before.
This does have a good Mikuni boot on the intake, so that didn't look to appear to have any cracks.
I'll have just pull the choke and make sure everything functions, which it does. Yep.
You feel it pulling.
So we're all good there.
All right.
Throttle pulled nicely.
We're gonna pressurize the tank once more, just because there's
just to get the fuel back in the bowl.
The fuel all kind of bled out.
So it doesn't take 100 pulls.
Valve in there.
And then I'll do that quick, and then we'll get I'll take the camera and Sully will fire it back up. Alrighty guys, this is the first startup after we just did that carb clean and the needle thing and all that crap, so Caleb's gonna go ahead and try to fire it up. better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It works. Holy crap. That's got some response, guys. Check this. Woo! And the speedo works good. Speedometer works. Idling, real nice. He said he's gonna mark the oil injection bottle to make sure it's oiling. Like good fan cooling coming out. Yeah, I mean it just sounds so much better. Wow, that thing runs good. Alrighty, guys.
That doesn't work?
Anyways, the emergency stop doesn't work, which I think it's unplugged right here.
Yeah.
And it probably goes to this, which is, oh, it's bypassed. So they must have had a problem with the emergency stop switch at one time. Yeah. That's why that's a bypass in there.
Yeah.
It also could be used as a tether, I guess.
Yeah.
Possibly. Well, no, that's only hooked to this. I guess that's hooked to the chassis harness. So yeah, you could use it as a tether. Anyways, guys, what a difference that makes. It runs amazing. Amazing, guys. Idle's perfect. The throttle response, excellent. Fuel line's nice and full with gas.
Yep.
I don't think we're gonna ride this one much, guys. We might take it for a little bit. You know, we'll make sure we keep it clean. I don't want to abuse this thing. It's so nice.
It's too nice to beat on, guys.
But this is one of the nicest 89 440 Jags I've seen.
Oh yeah.
With miles. That just didn't sit in the garage either. It was ridden.
Right, it was ridden, but I mean, very well maintained. Like we said, I mean, if you look under that tunnel, I mean,
it
there
is
not
clean.
A scratch or dent in that tunnel. And the track, perfect, high facts.
Skis aren't even rotted. There's carbide still on underneath. It's good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little revamp. We got this thing revived.
The 89.
Very, very simple little things that we did. Didn't take us long. We probably worked at this for 40 minutes. I'd say would be a good estimate. It was less than an hour.
Didn't put $1 into it either.
And didn't put a single dollar into it, guys. Just had old parts, just a few minutes of time, and she's just a nice runner. Just sounds excellent. It's got the original book in there too. Yep, original owner's manual. Because this was purchased from the original owner. I mean, they bought it brand new in '89 from the dealership. It was dealership maintained its whole life, like we said. Looks like there might be a toolkit, maybe some registration, possibly. Yep, toolkit.
Toolkit strap.
Awesome. Always love to see that. Yeah. Brakes work good too. All the lights, speedometer. I mean, everything is just cherry on this thing, guys. So we're gonna make sure we preserve it. Put some stabilizer. Might drain the carb out completely. Put an inline shutoff. Right, it'd be really easy to put an inline shutoff right here. Oh. It'd be super nice to just put an inline shutoff, shut the gas off, run it out of gas, put it away for the summer, get it out next winter, maybe take it to some shows. But
maybe some vintage rides too.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you learned a few things. You know, saw what we had to do and can learn from our experiences and help you guys on your sleds too. So there's a lot of sleds out there, guys, just like this that you can get for a couple $100 that need 45 minutes of work and you can have a winter's worth of fun. So alrighty, until next time, make sure you guys subscribe, leave a like on this video, comment down below. We'll see you in the next one.